lady who, when the idea was hatched, said, yep, I think that'd be a great idea, and I've got the space, and that was Leslie Dimmick here, and Gallery. Best underground gallery on the planet.
Well, definitely in Sydney.
And definitely in Sydney. I also need to thank Lance and Roberts and all the people who are involved with the hanging. George, Ika, Alan and Christine here at the bar. And the wonderful music from Ross Middleton and Rick Ballon. Thank you very much. And of course, there's one rather large group that needs to be thanked here. And that is all the artists whose work is on the wall. Thank you all for coming. Now, I've got a true bohemian to introduce right now. Lawrence Gibbons is one of these eccentric media types who doesn't like to follow the establishment line always. In fact, he's occasionally been known for a little dissent and alternative views. He publishes the City Hub, the City News and the Bondi View, and his website is thealternativemediagroup.com. And he's going to open the show for us right now. So, Lawrence Gibbons.
Oh, how long speak to me now? A couple of months.
Ready? Now, this is the 12th, isn't it?
This is the 12th.
Okay, so officially, welcome to the 12th annual.
Not the 11th.
The 12th.
The 12th.
Doesn't,
Yeah,
doesn't.
last was the 11th.
Ah.
There you go. It's the 12th. It's the 12th annual Alternative Archibald exhibition. The real refusés, where those artists who were not selected for the Archibald, Wynne, or Sulman art prizes are invited to exhibit their work here at the Tap Gallery in Darlinghurst, to be appreciated by us here tonight. In order for an artwork to appear at either the Art Gallery of New South Wales or at the Refusés exhibition, an artwork must first be selected by a small elite group of bankers, financiers, and arts administrators, otherwise known as the trustees of the Art Gallery of New South Wales. What does and does not get hung is always a matter of great cultural debate. Tony will no doubt attest to. Jack Marks, the noted social commentator and art critic, said about this year's prize, quote, "To those on the outside looking in, the annual list of finalists is a depressing reminder of how much distance there is between the plain people and those who presume to know what art is about. It's no newsflash that any award judged by opinions has the potential to become politically motivated, but only the Archibald Prize succeeds in being so craven about it that it can barely be taken seriously. Thankfully for us, Leslie Dimmick at the Tap Gallery provides a space where artists can exhibit their work well beyond the petty parlor games that are played by people who have more money than common sense. Yeah. Some of you may have heard that the Tap Gallery is under threat of closure because the owner of this particular building also has more dollars than common sense. He wishes to develop a multi-million-dollar residential palace on this site, complete with a swimming pool, an underground parking, and even a pyramid on the top, which will looks a bit like the pyramid outside the Louvre in Paris. Unfortunately for him, and fortunately for Leslie, council may not approve the construction of the Taj Mahal right here above the Eastern Distributor, and so the whole thing will undoubtedly wind up in the Land Environment Court for hopefully a very long time, if we're all lucky. But the sad fact is that art spaces that serve emerging artists and underground alternative types with non-mainstream viewpoints, such as, oh, Tony, they're calling you. Speak of the devil.
I think the local council.
Non-mainstream. He's worried.
mainstream alternative venues are few and far between, and they are constantly under threat in a world where rents always escalate and artists are always struggling to make a buck. We cannot afford to lose spaces like the Tap. It's important that we do everything we can to support spaces like this one and entrepreneurs like Leslie Dimmick. In case you haven't heard, and in case you haven't noticed, this woman here is actually directing the second annual Piermont Art Festival, which takes place on May 3rd in Union Square in Piermont. In order to compete, all you need to do is part with $15 or $10 concession. Can I have my prop, please, Leslie? Thank you, Dolly. Thank you. For $15, you will be the proud owner of a 12-inch square canvas. Now, the deal is this. These canvases are available here tonight. Now, last year, over 300 artists participated in the event, and frankly, over $7,000 worth of artwork was sold, and $5,000 worth of prizes are available on the day to be collected by participating artists. Now, if you missed last year's event, it was quite a spectacular event because all of these canvases here get put up in a quilt. And it's quite a tapestry of mixed medium. We had everything last year from paintings to mosaics to collages. There were even mounted clay reliefs. Now, several thousand people came along to Union Square last year. It was the inaugural event, and no doubt many more will come along this year. So buy a canvas, or two, or three, and get painting. You have nothing to lose but $15 and lots to gain by participating in a worthwhile community art event. Leslie and I will be here selling canvases. Congratulations, everyone. It's quite a spectacular event.
Yeah, bravo!
Thanks very much, Lawrence. Now back. Okay, now for the very important thing. We were lucky enough to get sponsorship this year for the prizes that we give away tonight for the best of the night. You know that you all can vote. If you haven't had a vote before, catch a little flyer from Christine, wherever Christine is. Is Christine here? Yeah. Christine's over there. And you put your voting slip in the big tin. And there'll be over $1,000 worth of prizes to be announced in about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. So I'd like to thank you all for coming and stay and enjoy the atmosphere. I've got one question. Who painted that? Who painted that picture? Is she here? If somebody wants to buy it.
Oh, wow!
If the artist is here, they want to negotiate. Anyway, stay and enjoy. Don't forget to vote. And I'll speak to you soon.